Welcome back. Well, let's see what's in store for us today. Who will we learn about next?
I spoke with Commander Cullen. I apologize for what I said earlier.
It's nothing. Now, Scout Lane, what can you tell me of Redcliffe?
The mages have been quiet since their attack on the Conclave.
Their attack? Do you have information confirming that the mages were responsible?
Well, I had assumed.
Don't. Our job is to acquire actionable information. Assumptions can lead you to overlook something vital.
That is very true.
So, now that Cassandra's out of earshot, are you holding up all right? I mean, you go from being the most wanted criminal in Thedas to joining the armies of the faithful. Most people would have spread that out over more than one day.
This is true. This is why I like Varric. He's so down to earth.
I have no idea what's happening anymore.
That makes two of us. For days now, we've been staring at the breach, watching demons and maker knows what fall out of it. Bad for morale would be an understatement. I still can't believe anyone was in there and lived.
Exactly. Why did he stay?
If it was that bad, why did you stay? Cassandra said you were free to go.
I like to think I'm as selfish and irresponsible as the next guy, but this... Thousands of people died on that mountain. I was almost one of them. And now there's a hole in the sky. Even I can't walk away and just leave that to sort itself out.
Makes you braver than most. That's the truth.
I'm still not sure I believe any of this is really happening.
If this is all just the Maker winding us up, I hope there's a damn good punchline coming. You might want to consider running at the first opportunity. I've written enough tragedies to recognize where this is going. Heroes are everywhere. I've seen that. But the hole in the sky... that's beyond heroes. We're going to need a miracle.
Well, obviously, I'm the miracle with the mark on my hand. Come on now, Varric. Work with me now.
Need something?
I read your Tale of the Champion, and I have a few questions.
That's a pretty common reaction. Go ahead.
Where are the rest of Hawke's associates now?
Meryl decided to look after the elves left homeless by the fighting. She's done a pretty good job of keeping them away from the mages and Templars, so far. I guess she has plenty of practice avoiding stupid human battles with her old Dalish clan. Fenris has kept himself busy, hunting down the Tevinter slavers who came south to prey on the refugees. I'm not sure exactly where he is at the moment. You can usually follow the trail of corpses, though.
Stop. Wait, stop. What do you mean you don't know where Fenris is? Fenris is with Hawke. That's where Fenris is.
Fenris?
I've been
Yes.
thinking of you. In fact, I've been able to think of little else. Command me to go, and I shall.
That's hot. Command
No
me.
need.
Finally, Jesus. The throwing up against the wall thing is hot too. So, I finally made it. Now I can play to catch up to where I was, and then we'll pick up where we left off. Now, if you notice,
Oh, was it
if
that
all
bad?
is well here,
I'm sorry, it's not...
yes, he's
It
wearing
was
the
fine.
red handkerchief on the left side, and he's
No,
got a badge
that
on the
is
right side to
insufficient.
signify
It was
he
better
is
than anything
Hawks.
I could have dreamed.
Your markings. They hurt, don't they?
It's not that. I began to remember my life before. Just flashes. It's too much. This is too fast. I cannot do this.
Uh-oh. No, don't you dare. Don't you fucking dare. After I went
before.
back and got your
What do you
ass.
mean?
I've never
Don't you
remembered
dare fuck up
anything
this
from
love
before
scene.
the ritual.
Dare.
But there were faces, words. For just a moment, I could recall all of it. And then it slipped away.
Don't you want to get your memories back?
Perhaps you don't realize how upsetting this is.
No.
I've never remembered anything, and to have it all come back in a rush, only to lose it. I can't. I can't.
What the
We can
hell?
work through this.
I'm sorry. I feel like such a fool. All I wanted was to be happy. Just for a little while. Forgive me.
He's leaving again? No!
You don't need to stay in this pit anymore, you know. Not that you haven't fixed it up nicely.
It's falling apart, and my ability to keep the Seneschal from noticing is nearing an end.
I appreciate what you've done, Eveline.
But you're staying. You could go anywhere now.
Yeah.
Perhaps I don't wish to go anywhere.
Freedom must be a terrible burden, I guess.
He wants to stay in a
Don't
messed up.
understand.
No, we
Yes,
don't.
I am free. Denarius is dead. Yet, it doesn't feel like it should.
What were you expecting?
You thought killing him would solve everything, but it doesn't.
I suppose not. I thought if I didn't need to run and fight to stay alive, I would finally be able to live as a free man does. But how is that? My sister is gone, and I have nothing. Not even an enemy.
Here we go again. Just completely disregard me. Again.
Maybe that just means there's nothing holding you back.
Fuck
Interesting
you.
thought. It's just difficult to overlook the stain that magic has left on my life.
Screw
If I
you.
seem bitter, it's not without cause.
Screw you.
Perhaps it is time to move forward.
Liar.
I just don't know where that leads.
Oh,
Do you?
brother.
Wherever it leads. I hope it means we'll stay together.
That is my hope as well. We have never discussed what happened between us 3 years ago.
You didn't want to talk about it.
I felt like a fool. I thought it better if you hated me. I deserve no less.
Wait a
But it
minute.
isn't better. That night, I remember your touch as if it were yesterday.
Wait,
I
what?
should have asked your forgiveness long ago. I hope you can forgive me now.
We haven't since 3?
I understand.
Oh.
I always understood.
If
Oh.
there is a future to be had, I will walk into it gladly at your side.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wait. Wait. They haven't, for 3 years, they haven't, since that time,
Always a pleasure.
3 years? Wow. So he's been wearing her scarf, the scarf, and the badge, as a symbolism of their relationship that they didn't have because nothing has happened in 3. Wow.
Wait. I may not get the chance to say this again. Meeting
Oh,
you
God.
was the most important thing that ever happened to me, Hawk. Promise me you won't die. I can't bear the thought of living without you.
That's so
Don't make that
sweet.
promise unless you do.
Nothing is going to keep me from you.
Oh, that is like the sweetest thing. He was a complete asshole the entire game. But then he comes out and says something sweet like that. I did not know that. Oh,
Even if I'm not
it brought
frightened, it's
tears to
nice.
my eyes.
Meryl,
That was so
attack
sweet.
from a distance.
So Fenris better be with Hawk. I don't know if Fenris shows up in this game. I don't even know if Hawk shows up in this game. But if Fenris shows up without Hawk, and Hawk shows up without Fenris will die. I will kill him if he shows. Don't even get me started.
Isabella went back to the Raiders. She's calling herself an admiral now. I don't know if she's actually in charge or just has a really big hat. Might be the same thing, honestly. Hawk's little sister is in the Free Marches. helping some of the other survivors from the Kirkwall circle. Aveline is still guard captain. I'm pretty sure Kirkwall would fall into the sea if she quit her job.
Now they got all of the other import stuff right, but Fenris, you don't understand what I went through to get Fenris.
Need something?
Oh my god. Then he was a little bitch the whole time.
I read your Tale of the Champion, and I have a few questions.
That's a pretty common reaction. Go ahead.
In the book, you say that first Enchanter Orsino turned himself into a giant monster made of corpses. How? Why?
Do I look like an expert on magical weirdness to you? Well, I can't tell you how. For the why, all I can say is he was desperate.
There's no way Hawk really could have killed the Arashok. It would have started a war with the Kunari.
I was told later that the Kunari disavowed his actions. Apparently, the Arashok didn't get permission before he attacked Kirkwall, and the Qun didn't want another exalted march. When they finally sent a ship to haul the wrecked dreadnought away, they just said, "We will never speak of this again." As far as I can tell, that's the Qun's version of an apology.
Carry on.
Need something?
I read your Tale of the Champion, and I have a few questions.
That's a pretty common reaction. Go ahead.
Carry on.
Need something?
Can I ask you something, Varric?
You want to talk about me? I'm flattered. Also inclined toward extravagant lies.
Are you from Ferelden? Olay?
Free marches, born and raised in Kirkwall. And despite whatever you've heard, no, Kirkwall's not that bad.
I'm not clear on your line of work. You're a merchant?
I'm a businessman. My family has a seat in the Dwarven Merchants Guild. Merchants buy and sell goods. Businessmen buy and sell stores. In my spare time, I manage a spy network, and occasionally, I write books.
If you run a spy network, why is Leliana our spy master?
To be honest with you, she's just a better spy master. The truly great ones can keep their distance. They don't get attached to their people. Me, I always wind up babysitting my informants and worrying about their families. We're in better hands with her.
You're an author. What kind of books have you written?
I've tried my hands at a few genres. My crime serials are my most popular. Hard in Hightown, guards breaking the rules to get things done. The Tale of the Champion is the most famous thing I've written, or infamous maybe. I started a romance serial once, Swords and Shields, but to be honest, I don't have a knack for romances. Most of my stories end in tragedy. Probably that says something unfortunate about me personally.
What sort of shops do you own?
Actually, we don't own shops. That was just an example. Mostly we invest in moneylenders. Auction houses, a few mercenary companies, a couple of smithies. I think we own half a beet plantation in Ravane somewhere. Most of that's my brother's doing. Bartrand had business sense. Not much tact, but loads of business sense.
How do you and Cassandra know each other?
You heard about the Kirkwall Chantry being destroyed? The guy responsible used to be a friend of mine. The Seeker had questions about that, and I had answers.
Where did you get that crossbow? I've never seen one like it.
Bianca? She's one of a kind. I got her off a guy in Darktown. Took me a week to pry his dead fingers off the stock.
Who is she named for?
I can't tell you.
And the reason for that is?
Complicated. It's the one story I'll never tell. We just have to leave it at that.
No. You just shit all over Fenris in my story, so... Bianca Fenris was a woman that he was in love with, but unfortunately, their families didn't want them to be together, forced them apart, and she ended up marrying somebody else. And their families wanted to make sure that they stayed apart, so much that anytime he came anywhere near her, they would send assassins after him. Anyway, to make a long story short, this came out because he ended up being accidentally pulled into the Fade. And when he was pulled into the Fade, his dream was that he woke up with Bianca. And he began to realize that as much in his heart that he would want this to be true, it was impossible for it to be true. And that's how he knew that he was in the Fade, and he had to walk away because he knew that it was an illusion. And this is one of the things that is a theme that happens in the Fade, that the demons there can find what's true to your heart, but they're unable to find out what's impossible to be true. And that's how the story of Bianca came out. So he named the bow after her because she did craft it, and he keeps it because of the memories, because he still loves her.
Thanks, Varric.
No problem. Need something?
Fenris better not show up.
The red lyrium we found at the temple seemed to upset you.
My brother Bartrand and I sort of discovered red lyrium during an expedition in the Deep Roads. We located an ancient Tyme, so old it barely looked dwarven. There was this idol there made of it. Bartrand brought it back to the surface, and, well, everything's gone downhill from there.
And if Hawk shows up, Fenris better be at her side. I'm not even playing.
So what is it? Just another kind of lyrium?
The red stuff is lyrium like a dragon is a lizard. It's not just a different color. It has a whole host of weirdness all its own. I've written to every mining cast house in Orzammar. No one's seen this stuff before or knows where it came from.
What makes it special?
Regular lyrium can mess you up pretty badly, but you have to ingest it for that to happen. Red lyrium messes with your mind when you're just near the stuff. You hear singing, get violent, paranoid, and then it does creepy shit. Makes things float, brings statues to life. It also turned Kirkwall's Knight Commander to lyrium. Everyone's been kept at least 100 paces from it since.
Which makes you wonder why is it showing up now?
How did the red lyrium get in the Temple of Sacred Ashes?
I don't know. So as far as I knew, the only piece to make it to the surface was destroyed. And the location of the tide it came from is a secret. Did someone find more of it in the Deep Roads? That's not a cheery thought.
And there wasn't just a little bit of it.
I think that's enough on red lyrium.
Yeah, not really my favorite subject.
Okay. Thanks for enduring the walk back through memory lane, because I haven't had so much fun editing a series and playing through a game in quite some time. So I hope you're enjoying it as much as I am. And I will see you guys in the next one.